Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. I am a speech language pathologist turned homeschool mom to two boys, a kindergartner and a second grader. And in today's video, we're going to talk about everything we got up to in the months of September and October. I took a little break because we had a week off, so I wasn't able to film the September wrap-up video. So this is 2 months in one video, and let's get right into this video. And I think we're going to start off with our family subjects. So we're going to start off with my favorite subject, science. We are using from Blossom and Root. This is their year 2 science curriculum. It is Wonders of the Plant and Fungi Kingdoms. We got up to wonders numbers 3 through 10 in these 2 months. Now, wonder number 3 was the first plants. We did a moss study and we read lots of great books. Wonder number 4 was spores, so we learned all about spore reproduction in ferns. There was this really cool fern time-lapse video that we got to watch, and we just checked out some of the spores on some ferns out in our front yard, which was really fun. Wonder number 5 was roots and stems, and we got to see this really cool bean seed time-lapse. It was really cool. It was like 30 days of a bean sprouting from a seed. Wonder number 6 was all about leaves, and I actually have a video on this unit, on this specific unit on my channel, which I'll link down below. And we did 3 lab experiments during leaves. We did the leaf rubbings, the chlorophyll extractions, and water movement through stems and leaves, which was really cool. Wonder number 7 was learning about plants with needles. Wonder number 8 was learning about gymnosperms, and wonder number 9 was conifers, and wonder number 10 we are currently on is tree rings. Very, very happy with how science is going. We're learning lots and lots. And for just a few books from our science unit, here are some of the books we read for our science unit. The literature from Blossom and Root is really, I think, a really good literature selection. Very much living books, beautiful picture books. These are just a few of them. I think I had to return some of them to the library already, or they're in my children's rooms. Next, we'll talk about our SONLIGHT curriculum. So we are doing SONLIGHT, the HBL, History, Bible, Literature. We are doing Exploring Early American History. So it's level A, but I do have the older version, so just keep that in mind when you're seeing some of these books. Some of these books aren't the newest updated version of SONLIGHT as of 2024. So let's look at the history that we got up to in September. There's actually just 2 books. We read all about George versus George, so this took you through a deep dive into the American Revolution, and then we are also working our way through Heroes and Happenings. This book, Heroes and Happenings, it's a little heavy for us, I will say. It's a lot of reading, and this is probably the thing I am least happy with in all our curriculum is Heroes and Happenings. At the end of each little hero or happening, there's usually a want to learn more section, and it has book recommendations that are usually picture books. Hopefully you can see that. So what I'm gonna do, or what I did, I should say, is I looked at each of the endings of the Hero and Happenings, and I just ordered one picture book from the library from each of the Heroes and Happenings that we haven't been through. So we're about halfway through this book, and my plan is, instead of reading this books, I'll do one of the picture study books instead. I'm filming a video. Wanna say hi to the video? Okay, sit down. Sit, baby. She's a puppy. Okay, so that was the history portion of the HBL. And for the Bible, we are working our way through the 1-year Bible for children. We actually started in the New Testament, and we're just working our way through with one day at a time. It says in the teacher manual on SONLIGHT to do more than 1 day on most lessons, but that's just too much for us. So we just want to do one at a time, and that's really working for us. So as for the HBL, onto literature, this is the literature we've gotten up to. We've read a lot. We have read Please and Thank You book. We've read The World According to Humphrey. The Feelings book, My Father's Dragon, and A Grain of Rice. These have all been great literature selections, and really happy with how Sonlight picks their literature. Like I said, the history is my least favorite, and we will probably, most likely, I'm 99% sure we're gonna be changing to a different history and literature curriculum next year. So I've been doing some deep dives into some different options. Okay, and now for some history and art. So we talked about how we're doing early American history from Sonlight, but we're also from Blossom and Root doing the history of me, our little student notebooks. And in the months of September and October, they got to fill in their favorite things they love to do, and interviewing one of their family members. So this has been fun for the boys to have a little kind of a keepsake book. With the history of me from Blossom and Root, it's a year 1 curriculum. It has an art program built into it, which has been so nice, because art last year, like I needed hand holding, I need guidance with art, and this gave me that perfectly. We have been doing 3 artists in the months of September and October. The first one was Claude Monet, and we read the read aloud Linnea in Monet's Garden. They got to do Drawing the Wind project, a sunrise 2-way project, with one being cool tone sunrise and one being warm tone sunrise. Our second artist we've learned about is Ruth Asawa, and with that we did a read aloud A Life Well Made. Oh, here it is. A Life Made by Hand by Ruth Asawa. And some art projects we did some looped pipe cleaner projects, and we did some crystallized paper projects. The puppy's back again, okay. And also a painting in layers project. And then the third artist that we're working on currently is Marc Chagall. We read a read aloud called Through the Window, and have so far for Marc Chagall, we've done a watercolor painting, and yes, a watercolor painting and a collage. So in the month of September, our co-op started. The boys get to do 1 class of co-op per semester. My kindergartner is in an art class, and my 2nd grader is in a science class, and they're really liking those. Those are our drop-off classes. And like I said, we did take a week off. We were on vacation. I school basically in 6 to 8 week blocks, just depending on vacation schedule and holidays. So I think it was the first week of October, we took a week-long break from school, and that was really nice. Really nice. So that was our family subjects, you guys. Now we'll get into my children's specific subjects. So their language arts, and then their math. We'll start with my 2nd grader. My 2nd grader, his favorite subject, he says, is language arts. We are using The Good and the Beautiful, level 2. He is up to lesson 39. So he is rocking and rolling. He has finished Wesley and the Wolves, and he's about halfway done with his booster cards. And then here's an example of 2 readers that we've read, but he reads a lot more than that. But those were some readers from Sonlight curriculum. And for his math, we're using Singapore Dimensions 2A. So in the month of September, we finished chapter 2, which is Addition and Subtraction Part 1. I didn't want to move on to chapter 3, which was Addition and Subtraction Part 2, because that chapter 3, starts learning all about regrouping. So regrouping from 10s, regrouping from the 1s. And I didn't want to overwhelm him. And honestly, I was nervous that he wasn't going to understand the concept. So what I did, I think 5 lessons from The Good and the Beautiful. I went on their website because it's a free download. I looked through like all the lessons of their level 2, and I picked and chose a few that were kind of like preparing him for chapter 3. I just wanted a few more days before we started regrouping. Well, let me tell you, I'm so glad I did that, just to give him some extra practice and me a little more confidence in his skills, because by golly, he understood regrouping so easily. I thought it was gonna be like a thorn in my side. No, he did so amazing. He cruised through chapter 3. So it's all about addition and subtraction with regrouping. He did amazing. Now he's on, so we're done with chapter 3 and we're on to chapter 4, which is length. So I really like Singapore because it teaches the metric system, and then it teaches the American inches and feet. I love that he's learning centimeters and meters before he's learning about inches and feet. I think that's a very good concept to know and utilize, especially if he wants to one day be in the scientific field or the mathematic field. So I'm really happy with that. And lastly, my kindergartner's single subjects. So my little kindergartner, we are also using The Good and the Beautiful. This is their level K. This is their old edition. I'm familiar with it. This is how I taught my second grader when he was a kindergartner. I found this and I really like it. And he really likes it. More importantly, he really likes it. We are up to lesson 29. We are going slow in this because I really want him to have a solid phonics foundation. After the Unit 1 assessment, he took a little longer than what was recommended for the level 1 assessment. So I took a step back and we did a few lessons from Treasure Hunt Reading. Treasure Hunt Reading is a great program. If you're ever in the need for some extra phonics help with your children, check them out. They're an Ortham Gillingham method. I think I said that right. Hope I said that right. But if you know that program, if you know that concept of Orton Gillingham, if you know, you know. They're very highly respected method to learn phonics. So this is what a lesson looks like. So the teacher, it's all online too. It's a video. So the teacher is teaching and you just sit with your child and help them. So they learn how to write it, good spelling practice, for good handwriting practice here. And then they have to say the name of the pictures and then circle if that has the S sound. Then they have to circle the capital E's, circle the lowercase e's. Then the next page, they have to trace all the E's in this passage, and then you as they call it, the helpful adult, read that to them and they clap every time they hear the sound. And then they practice more. They practice more handwriting practice. And then they have to sound out some very simple words. So that is Treasure Hunt Reading. If you're ever in need of a free program for phonics, or to just supplement, like I use Treasure Hunt Reading with my older child as well. So we just did a few lessons. It doesn't have to be the whole program, just to give them a little bit of extra practice. I found it has worked really well. And then of course for handwriting for my kindergartner, we're doing Kickstart Kindergarten. We're still finishing this up from his pre-K year. We're just taking it a few pages a week. And I don't think I mentioned my second grader is also using Handwriting Without Tears. And lastly, but certainly not least, is my kindergartner's math. We are using Singapore Dimensions KA. In the month of September and October, we have finished chapter 3. Chapter 3 was all about numbers to 10. So lots of good practice of writing the numbers 0 through 10. Really good practice with that. He's learned how to write all of his numbers beautifully. So proud of him. And for chapter 4, we are currently on solids and shapes. So he's learning all about triangles, circles, rectangles, squares, trapezoids, hexagons, cubes, spheres, cylinders. It covers it all in this. I love it. Well, you guys, I think that is everything for this video. Hopefully the lighting was okay because my little puppy, she's not little, she's very big, but she's a puppy still. She's 6 months old. I don't even think she's 6 months old yet. But she was needing me. I thought she was napping. That did not happen. I mean, it's like a baby. You think the baby's napping, but they're not. Well, let me know down in the comments how your month of October went. I can't believe it's October. Our homeschool, we are over a quarter way through. Are we on track? Yes, we are on track. Like within a week or two of everything. We're ahead in the HBL, and we're just like on track with everything else. Does that make sense? But yeah, let me know in the comments how your October went or how just your homeschooling is going so far. Throw me a hello. I love when people say hello to me. All right, with that being said, I hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Bye.